Hello, my name is Jim. Welcome to day 7 of 20 Days of Fun Man. I will move quickly because this one is large. Now, I don't know if you can imagine this, but people on social media seem to like things that look cool. They don't particularly react well to a guy running around in a box doing things. So, I woke up this morning and said, man, I have to make an actual level to show people that it's a game and not a guy running around in a box. So I brought the basic level into the game engine to check out the scale and everything, but realized I couldn't see anything because there was no textures on anything, so I made a basic texture, re-imported it, and then started walking around and checking out the scene. One thing I learned very early on in Blender is if you make things super complicated with tons of geometry, it's going to get messy really, really quick. So I made it very blocky to begin with, knowing that I could subdivide these and to be able to mush them around in ways to make my cave. I'm making a cave. Don't know if I mentioned I'm making a cave. So I started mushing around my geometry, making high points and low points to try to get like a basic cave going on. And I imported it back into the game engine, had Fun Man run around and check out the scene. He thought it was cool. I then added a water plane. This plane didn't work, but it was a great starting point. Underground, barely lit with light bouncing off a shader would look really cool, and you'll see that soon. Now, my level isn't going to look really cool if it doesn't have a texture on it, so I started with a rock texture. I unwrapped my mesh, and then I baked it, and then I went in with a moss texture and a mud texture. So here's a hot tip that only took me 10 years to learn. If you're having trouble navigating inside of a mesh to paint it, you can flip the normals and then paint the outside. The outside will become the inside when you flip them back. I was on the verge of upset when I realized I could do this, but I didn't quite get there. Not worth it. So having a skinned mesh, I started experimenting with lights, and then I went back to try to touch up the paint of the level. I cut it into chunks to make it more manageable and to try to get rid of problem areas easier. It seemed a bit too small for me, so I upped the scale a little, which changed the positions of all the lights. But that was a good thing because it gave me the idea to light the scene differently, with sick flowers. So I took a walk around to check out the scene. Pre-monster. Looks pretty rough. The seams are very visible. Here's another walkthrough with the monsters, and when I made the walrus guy, I didn't even think about having him come out of the water initially. So that was a cool bit of happenstance. Okay, so here we are with the level being lit with sick flowers. I changed Fun Man's skin so the sick flowers, they only affect his bottom half, so I'm not... okay. Anyway, I realized that I had an issue. You can turn on the amulet, and it can light things, but you also can't fight with the amulet on. So, I had the idea to create another one of these pool balls, probably with the cue ball, but for now I have it triggered to the regular throw, that you can throw it, and it just makes a light. And it also works for hidden places. These guys also, they react to the oops. These guys will also react to these. So yeah. Oops. Didn't see him. So now I'm going to try to turn this into something 30 seconds long that looks cool for social media while this converts and it uploads to YouTube and stuff. So that's today. Thanks, pals.